Hello, Mallinckrodt team. This is John Stockton from the Healthcare Division here at Sterling. Thank you for the opportunity to showcase the proactive partnership approach of Sterling's Healthcare Division and more specifically our life science expertise. We put this video together as an overview of our proposal and to highlight some key differentiators. I'd like to start by introducing you to Sterling, the leading global provider of employment screening services. Sterling has 20 offices in 12 countries with over 6,500 employees, and we process over 95 million checks annually. The reason why we think this is important is our understanding is Mallinckrodt is a growth-focused organization, and we want to communicate that there is no amount of volumes that you can send to Sterling that will not be able to handle with zero impact to speed or quality. Sterling is also extremely focused on security and data privacy, and you're going to hear that throughout our proposal and throughout our partnership. And we're going to do this not only to protect your candidate data, but also to ensure that you're not inadvertently exposing yourself to additional risks. And last but not least is our enterprise client focus. This is really a unique in the background screening world because there's a lot of folks out there that just focus on the mid-market space. And that's not the case with Sterling. Our support model, the way we break out into different verticals, is all focused with the enterprise client in mind. And because of Sterling's size and global capabilities, we are one partner who is built for scalable growth. We support Mallinckrodt's we will be able to support all of Mallinckrodt's employment screening requirements, from criminal background checks, verifications, drug screening, maybe social media, and we have a very well drug and health screening service program also. We are really excited about the opportunity to address Mallinckrodt's current pain points and find ways where we can partner to make the entire onboarding experience for your candidates and users faster and better. Next, and where we'll spend the majority of our time is going to be focused throughout this video, as well as in our proposal, is an introduction to Sterling's Healthcare Division, which essentially operates like a boutique-like operation within the larger Sterling organization. Sterling's Healthcare Division, with Sterling's Healthcare Division, you get the benefits and support of the larger Sterling, but also the life science expertise with that white glove support. So at this point, you may be asking yourself, why Sterling and why Sterling's Healthcare Division for Mallinckrodt? And we really break this down into 4 separate categories. First, Sterling is a global leader for background screening services. There's no amount of volume and there's no amount of expansion that Sterling won't be able to support. Another interesting aspect of the global component is the war for talent, specifically in the healthcare field, gets more difficult, and it's probably more likely that you'll be looking outside the US for more candidates. It's good to know that Sterling can support you with screening for all these candidates no matter where they come from. Any place on earth, Sterling can run these appropriate screens. The next pillar is Sterling's industry-leading technologies. Our cloud-based infrastructure and robust integrations hub will ensure not only that your candidates will have the best experience, but also Mallinckrodt's users will be able to initiate and process checks directly from Workday with full automation. We will ensure the proper packages, the proper services are run on your candidates every single time. And within Sterling's integrations hub, we can build all this logic. So there's no more need to add a product a la carte or ad hoc. We will ensure this will happen based upon all the data points that live in Workday. So just for example, if there's a specific state search that needs to be run or a drug test, we will ensure that these will be added to the packages for the candidates who are being hired in these states. All of the experiences are mobile first. But more importantly, the candidates are able to complete the entire process, including signing any other specific state forms directly from their mobile phone. And then there's the back-end fulfillment. Sterling refers to this as touchless fulfillment. This is when we're able to take the background check from the time the candidate submits their information into the mobile-first platform to the time we return it back to Mallinckrodt with 0 humans touching the search. This is where Sterling has invested significantly over the past 10 to 15 years and is delivering incredible accuracy, incredible high hit rates, as well as untouchable turnaround times. The third pillar is our unrivaled healthcare expertise. About 7 years ago, we started this journey into building to what is known today as our healthcare division. And about 2 years ago, we took another step forward by building our 4 centers of excellence, with one of them being our life science center of excellence, being obviously the focal point for Mallinckrodt. Within our centers of excellence, we have extensive managed care, and you'll be supported with client success partners and associates who also work with life science companies. Last but not least is our proactive client support model. Mallinckrodt's client success team has extensive managed care expertise. Our quarterly business reviews are analytics driven with proactive recommendations. And we even have our implementation framework is specific to life science organizations, so that we can work with you and understand your business and make sure that we are buttoned up from the moment we hit the ground running. So we are extremely excited to have this opportunity to dive deeper into these 4 pillars in the next coming weeks and months. So speaking of Sterling's client support model, here it is. The first 2 points we'd like to highlight is that Mallinckrodt will have a dedicated client success partner. This will be a strategic resource for Mallinckrodt. This is the individual that you'll have their phone number, their email address, and they'll be the ones who will be proactively managing your account and be there for your quarterly business reviews. And with your next will be your client success associate. These are the individuals who will be there for you and your users, that when you have questions, they'll have the answers quickly back to them with accurate information. These are your day-to-day people. You know, if you have a question, boom, client success associate. You also have an executive sponsor, Val Polcharak, who is the general manager of our healthcare division. In addition to that, you'll have dedicated support. You'll have a dedicated healthcare technology specialist and fulfillment teams, as well as healthcare product and compliance experts and our support team to ensure you that you're not only staying compliant today, but also in the future. And last but not least is our dedicated applicant team. It is important that we separate Mallinckrodt's user support team from the candidate care team. Because we have a dedicated candidate care team, they're able to provide answers based upon your candidate's questions when they're going through the process, if any. We fully recognize the need of an extremely buttoned-up healthcare-specific compliance program. Sterling achieves this with compliance and data privacy teams both internally for the FCRA and background screening requirements, and with the compliance consultants that we work with from a healthcare standpoint. The first place you're going to see that our healthcare compliance expertise is during implementation. One of our standard processes during implementation is we will audit all your packages on a state-by-state basis when we're creating and scoping them. We'll identify areas where we can help, such as maybe abuse searches or any fingerprinting, primary source state-by-state requirements, and best practice recommendations to streamline your experiences with cost management recommendations. We can ensure that not only are we keeping you compliant with the appropriate searches, but we're also delivering your documents and requirements so you're able to quickly pass audits if you ever have one. So let's shift focus into technology for a moment. This is where we'd like to start off as what we refer to as Sterling's Integrations Hub. This is an integration layer that allows us to have custom and repeatable integrations with partners such as Workday, but do it in a way that's extremely flexible, scalable, and reliable. There are 2 areas in the Integrations Hub that we think really come into play here. One is with all of our package and service mapping. We can ensure with a click of a mouse at Workday that data can flow over to the candidate, giving the information, including the package variables, that will give Sterling the appropriate instructions to ensure the appropriate package and services are launched as part of the background check every single time. 2 is when data is posted back to Workday. We need to ensure that the candidate's information has been verified and posted back to Workday accurately. And this is very important because not only can Sterling post back in the individual's name, social security, date of birth, but we can fully verify the full legal name, social security number, and date of birth. And this is unique to Sterling because of our unique identity verification abilities. And so again, we're excited to have the opportunity to discuss this in more detail, but this is a major differentiator with Sterling. And then when we get into the actual integration with Workday, it's just good to call out that we have hundreds of integrated clients. We've been a select partner with Workday since 2015, and we have multiple Workday certification badges. We also offer a seamless process from background check submission through I-9 and E-Verify processing, and a fully integrated solution with the ability to push back that candidate data back to Workday. Let's talk about Sterling's technology and the technology your candidates and your users will be interacting with. First, your candidates. They'll likely be interacting with Candidate Hub. Candidate Hub is Sterling's mobile-first portal that your candidates will log into, sign all their disclosure forms, including any specific state searches if they're required, and drug screening for processing. There are a few key additional points that are important to highlight here. One is that there's multiple language capabilities, so if your candidates prefer to complete the process, for instance in Spanish, they can very easily do that. All the specific documents for state criminal searches, abuse registries, drug screening are all presented to the candidate while they are completing the background check the first time. As well as Sterling's Candidate Hub, we also have scheduling capabilities with Quest, LabCorp, and eScreen to electronically schedule their tests directly from the candidate portal. This is so that the candidate can select where they want to go by entering the zip code, and the system will present them with the best option based on their location. So as an example, if they're on vacation, taking a quick vacation before they start work, they can enter that zip code, maybe not where they live, but where they're traveling, and get this drug screen done very easily. Next is the Client Hub in the portal that your users will be logging into either directly from Workday or logging in directly to itself. It's a platform that works beautifully on mobile phone, tablets, and of course on the laptop or desktop. And then lastly, Sterling has a very robust Analytics Hub, which offers real-time reporting capabilities. Not only do you have an extensive out-of-the-box reporting tool now, but we can also support custom reporting that Mallinckrodt may require. To wrap things up on this video, we just wanted to end on the topic of drug and health screening. This has been a strategic focus for Sterling and our healthcare vertical for the last 3 to 5 years. One point that is extremely important to highlight here is that Sterling has direct integrations with Quest, LabCorp, and eScreen for all the services that those networks offer. So drug testing with Mallinckrodt is very important. I saw it in the packages. We want to ensure that we can build these panels so that your candidates can get electronic chain of custodies right to one of these locations to get these processed on the first time. So that's it. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video and to read our overall proposal. We are super excited about the opportunity to meet with the Mallinckrodt team and learn more about your program and ensure that we are implementing the best possible program for your team and candidates. Thank you very much.